Hello everybody, my name is Aceface. A new line of ships is going to be arriving to EVE Online. It was a long time since we got new ships. Last time we got new ships was a couple of years ago with the Edencom ships. Now we're going to get some new ships, and this is the thing that's very special about these kinds of ships, is that we're going to be getting new Empire-based ships. It's not going to be new like a new type of race like Edencom, or not like Trickle Armies. We're going to get new types of Empire ships, so like ships that remind us of the previous ships we have in the game, but in a slightly different variant. They're quite overpowered. And previously, when I was talking about the news blog for the Uprising update, we saw like a teaser of new ships that were going to come, but they didn't really release any details. They did show some like holograms of certain ships, like we saw some exploration ships, like a Magnet, and I think a Minmatar-based exploration ship as well, but like just these holograms, nothing that was like saying anything apart from that. So I just assumed that it had something to do with these kind of ships because they always put these pictures next to the text in the dev blog. Well, it was actually this. We look here in the EVE Online Reddit. This is how I found out about this actually. A guy called AMD Best D. He has actually posted a summary here with all the different ships right here. Here they are. We're getting new exploration ships, so as I suspected, but we're also getting new battle cruisers as well. And these are the Navy variants as well. It's really cool. And we can see them actually here on the test server. Unfortunately, I can't find a way to get them on the test server. They're not seeded, it seems. But one of them is the Prophecy Navy issue. In fact, we can go on just the battle cruiser alignment ship so we can see them all right here. There seems to be new Navy battle cruisers. We can't actually find these battle cruisers if we look under certain tabs, because if we go in here, Navy faction, we can't find the various new battle cruisers right here, but we can if we search them up here. We can find the stats on these. So this is the Prophecy Navy issue. It looks just like a normal Prophecy, just with more navy colors, and just a general theme with these new ships is that they see, at least with the battle cruisers, we'll take a look at the exploration ships, but the battle cruisers seem to be very overpowered. There's a lot of stuff, and especially the Galentian people. I think, oh, those guys are going to get some really crazy bonus ships right here, because look here, Myrmidon gets bonus to drone hit points and damage, Webify drone factor velocity of one, so they can have really powerful Webify drones if you decide to use those. Then you get good hybrid turret damage, an armor repair amount, and then you also get hybrid turret optimal range and fall off and drone speed. So you're going to have some extremely powerful drones, extremely powerful hybrid turrets, and really good armor repairs. I feel like this Myrmidon Navy issue is going to be a really good PvE powerhouse, because it's just going to be able to dish out so much damage and also tank a lot of damage. Let's see if we can get into the fitting simulator right here, because that would be interesting if we're able to do that. The Myrmidon, yeah, Navy issue. You can see it's right here. No, let's check this out then. Okay, we can go for, with the drone bandwidth is 100 megabit per second. So we can see here that we can get the, we can't use a full flight of heavy drones, but we could use just Ogre 2s, just to say hypothetically. Okay, there we go. Then drone damage amplifiers, 1, 2, 3. And then we have like hybrid turret, blaster, heavy neutron blasters maybe. And there we see here, get some decent DPS already, a 1k DPS. Okay, so it's not too crazy. It's not like, oh, I was thinking it's going to be like 1.5k easy, but it's still pretty good DPS we've got right here. And these are also obviously blasters that are really short range. That's really cool. We've got this here, and the slot layout looks a bit interesting. We can compare this actually to the classical Myrmidon. Does it have similar slot layout? Yeah, similar slot layout right here. Prophecy. You can see Prophecy Navy issue and Prophecy. Same slot layout, okay. And then you've got the Cyclone. There's a new one right here. Cyclone Fleet issue. It's got some really cool camo right here. Oh, you can compare these guys to each other. See here. Seem to have very similar slot layout, just different stats. This has got some brutal missile bonuses right here. This has not got any tank bonus though. Doesn't seem like any tank bonus, just missile bonus. That doesn't seem so great compared to like the Myrmidon, for example. And the Ferox seems also pretty interesting, and it's got some tracking speed bonus to hybrid turrets. I wonder if that is supposed to be used for sniper style, or it could be used for brawling style, because the classical Ferox is usually a very sniper-based ship. This gets optimal range and fall-off bonus. This gets fall-off bonus, but this gets more tracking than not fall-off. So this would be, I guess this would be a better brawler, perhaps. You can also compare the HP. 34k, 22k. Oh, so it's got quite a bit more HP as well. Neutron blaster. Heavy neutron blaster. Void. Okay, so it's not got like crazy range, but it's alright. Magnetic field stabilizer. Seems like all these Navy battlecruisers are pretty easy at getting 1000 DPS on them. Then we've got all those some drones to get right here. Hornet. But it seems like there's a lot of stat improvements rather than fitting improvements. Fitting seems to be very similar. Yeah, fitting slots are the same. Does the power grid differ quite a bit? Yeah, it's got more resources as well, so that's great. Just seems like beefier versions of the current battlecruisers right here. But some people are saying that some of these feel a bit overpowered. They might be. We'll see. It depends also a bit on the prices as well. Well, I'm also interested in are these exploration ships we've got right here. And this ties into a lot how they mentioned in the dev blog that we're going to have ships that tailored to new players as well as veterans alike. So this is probably like more experienced players and the more new players is what they're talking about. And I really think this is great here because we'll get some, perhaps, I don't know if it will be accessible to alpha clones, but it could be that these are accessible to alpha clones and it'll give them more exploration options because right now the alpha clones, they only have 2 exploration options. Or I guess you could use the Sonaces as well, but usually when it comes to frigates at least, you've got the basic Tech 1 variants, and then you've got the Astero, which is a very expensive ship. You can't use the Tech 2 exploration ships, which are quite a bit cheaper than an Astero. So yeah, hopefully we'll be able to get some cheaper exploration variants in for alpha clones. That'll be very interesting. I'm very actually looking forward to testing out how potent alpha clones are exploring with these new variants right here. Let's see, Navy issue ships. Imicus Navy issue. Heron Navy issue. That's pretty cool. See a probe fleet issue. Some pretty cool camo we've got going on right here, but we can compare these stats to the regular one. So if we go here, do we get like a significant bonus right here? So sensor strength is going to be the same. Okay, but this gets a better, like a very easy ability to fit probe launch, so you could go combat the scanner probes here. So that makes that a lot easier. Okay, that's a big thing. And then we also are a bit more combat capable because we're able to use light rockets bonuses right here. We don't get anything like that here. Let's check if it's the same thing for the Magnate. Magnate. Is it going to be the same trend right here? Yeah, we get small anti-turret damage. These are more like combat capable exploration frigates with similar sensor strength and also the ability to fit combat scanner probes. It seems very similar. See what the other ones we've got. Heron. Yeah, they seem to. Basically, the difference between the exploration ships is that they can fit combat scanner probes because of the CPU requirement reduction, but then also them being more combat capable. They've got the same strength and also hacking strength as the original ones. That's very cool right there. If you want to be a bit more aggressive, like I guess like a poor man's Astero, you can think of it like that. Similar slot layout as well. All these new ships seem to have the same slot layout as their Tech 1 counterpart. So if you have a fit, it probably will be pretty straightforward. Just use the same thing, but maybe you could use more, less compact modules to be able to fit more into your slots right here. We've also got more fitting room, I think. Wait, what? The Navy issue has less CPU and more power grid. That's the difference. I guess it has less CPU because it has this really good bonus to CPU requirement right here, just to even it out a little bit. You can see what the tank is. You have 2.5k HP, 1.4k HP. Okay, that's a big difference in your HP. So if you want to be slightly more combat capable, you can think you'll be going with these Navy frigates right here. But if you want to just go for pure exploration, I don't think it's going to be a very big difference. But it's more for people who want to be a bit more alert and be more capable of fighting back, I see it, because they're able to fit combat scanner probes and also have more tank and better weaponry. Then you would want to go for these new Navy variants of frigates. If you want to still keep it cheap, it seems, and just earn the same amount of risk, but risk it. Okay, if you're going to get caught, you're probably very likely going to die. Then if you just want to go pure for just hacking, then you can just go for the Tech 1 counterparts, just a cheaper ship, just as good. But if you want to be a bit more prepared for more situations, it seems like these fleet or Navy ships seem to be a lot more fitting. And it could also just be good for general, you know, gate camps and that kind of stuff. Having more tank can always be helpful. You don't want, it's like very unfortunate when you go on a big exploration run and then you just end up losing everything to a smart ball gate camp. Here, it's more likely you would survive some of those. But interesting ships on the horizon. Interesting ships on the horizon. I'm wondering if they're going to be altering these fits slightly, because there have been a lot of, like as usual, any kind of change that is released into EVE Online or announced. There's always a big hate mob on the EVE Online Reddit, for good reasons and for less good reasons, but there's a lot of people at least complaining that they are very overpowered, these ships right here. And they've got pretty significant bonuses. I wonder if it'll be alright, or I wonder if it'll just be, okay, they're just going to be keep it the way they are, because sometimes CCB has done this, they make stuff that's overpowered and they just still keep it even though people say it's overpowered. And sometimes it seems to fit in nicely, because some of these ships, or I can imagine these battlecruisers at least, they're going to be very expensive. They're going to be like the Navy versions of battlecruisers, or any kind of ship usually costs quite a bit more than the Tech 1 counterpart. So it wouldn't surprise me if they're quite a bit more powerful. I mean, they should be. But we'll see. We'll see. Also, there's a lot more to it than my knowledge as well, like people using these certain fleet doctrines and wormhole fleets that I'm not so invested into could probably see that these be a lot more overpowered than I'd see, but I'm looking at more for a PvE standpoint or basic PvP standpoint. And that's also one thing, cool thing right there, shield activation cost. Shield boost activation cost on the Ferox. You can actually use your shield as an active tank ship right here. That's interesting. We'll see. Well, I'll be sure to test these out when they are released. Anyway, that's it. New Navy ships on the way for the Uprising update. Very interesting, very cool. I can't wait to see new Empire ships, because it was like, we're talking many years ago, before 2018, when they released a new Empire ship. I think 2016 was when they released the Tech 3, some Tech 3 ships. It was at least many years ago. So this is a big thing, getting new Empire ships into the game. Can't wait to use them. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later.